Welcome to 3Oul 3Isters. My name is Jamila Oluka and you're watching UBC TV Inspiring Uganda. It's yet another exciting episode here where we're going to talk about the most inspiring story and the girls who went through the process. So first of all, I want to thank everyone who turned up for the function, for the last event, the finale at Nakasero Primary School Amphitheater. It was such an amazing experience. It was so nice. We had a lot of fun. And we will be doing this often even next year in 2025. So today I want first of all to unveil our winners of the most inspiring story, because we had 3 winners. As you know, when the pageant is always put up there, we get the first runner-up, the second runner-up, and the winner. So all these girls are winners, and everyone really worked so hard because we had a lot of training, we had a lot of things to learn, we had a lot of things to learn from them, and a lot of them, and also them to learn from us. So we have quite a lot of them here, and I'm so happy that you guys were out there, you supported us by watching, by suggesting, by voting, and everyone got really what they deserved. So today, we are going to be speaking to the second runner, and that is Akelo Lillian. So Akelo, you're most welcome again to 3Oul 3Isters.
Thank you so much.
So how does it feel to have that crown on your head?
Such an amazing experience, and I would want to thank the judges for having given me the opportunity.
Wow, you look lovely.
Thank you.
How does it, you know, for me, I've never really had a chance to wear a sash and also a crown. So I just want to get from you, how is the feeling? How do you feel?
It's really exciting. So many people were happy for me. I felt so blessed.
I saw that today. People came, the whole of Atekere was there.
Atekere was there. My mom was there. She was indeed happy.
I believe when you went back, they even first told you, today
they told me to dance for them. They were playing music. They were like, we want to see that Akelo dance. You need to dance.
Interesting. I see Akelo, the way you're talking now, you speak like a queen with so much, you know, vigor.
Yes.
Anyway, Akelo, what does this mean for you, having this crown?
Oh, Jesus. I want to thank you for believing in me, the judges. This is so great. I know that my life will not remain the same. My dreams will be reached upon, and my aspirations won't collect dust anymore in my clothing. Thank you.
Wow, interesting. So that is what the crown means to you.
Yes.
And now, after, before the crown, did you even, first take us through, how did you feel throughout the boot camp?
The boot camp was really exciting and a little bit challenging. I can't stop talking about one of the trainers, Madame Kawunde Diana, who worked on our stories. She was like, no, that is not the way you should come out and speak about your story. You should work on this and this. It was really exciting and learning. Yeah, Madame Sarah, I know she's that judge. She puts on that face and she's like, no, that is not the way. You should go back and work on yourself.
So what was the most key thing that you picked out from the boot camp that you are very proud of?
Oh, Jesus, they were telling us about being like, what do you want to be? You should be a woman of purpose. A woman of purpose, the woman that will always stand and speak for herself. Like whenever her self-esteem is low, she should rise and speak up for herself.
So then, what was the most challenging thing about the boot camp?
The boot camp, I remember the dances, we danced. And when I went back home, my body was paining me a lot.
So what does that tell? That means you should be doing exercise. You're still young. Anyway, another thing I wanted to ask you about the boot camp. Did you make any friends?
Yeah, networking. I met so many friends.
So who was your favorite?
Natasha, Nimaro, all of them. I'm going to miss them.
Wow,
really
interesting. Okay, that is very interesting. So when you went home, I want to know, because after the event,
yes,
that is where for us we ended seeing your excitement, your happiness, and all these, you know, vibe that you guys had. But what happened when you reached home? I just want to fill in that story to see what really happened so that I also live in the moment.
Oh, screams all over. I cannot stop imagining the way I reached home and they were screaming, they were shouting my name. Everyone was so happy for me. People were hugging me. Oh, Jesus.
Did they give you some money?
Yeah. Money, even gifts.
Even gifts?
Yeah.
Wow. Now people who are selling marwa, they must have even...
They were dancing, music. There is that song in the artist, so it is called the Epuchit. I don't know, Madam Oluka, if you've ever heard about it.
I know that
song. It's a nice song. They played that one. They were like, today in our home, there is a change.
It is a change. And you felt so proud.
Yeah.
Wow, very interesting. That is the effect that Super Soul Sisters has on these young girls. And I'm so proud that at least we have been able to give back to the community. We are really proud as Super Soul Sisters, and this is one of the things that we always encourage people, that when you're doing something, get back to the community, pick one girl, and just one girl is enough for you, at least to change a life. So Akel, I want to come back to you again.
Yes.
So after all these grand finale, you doing the boot camp, people welcoming at home, what plans do you have now after the Super Soul Sisters?
The plans I have right now is all about accomplishing with my studies, because at one point I thought like my life is doomed and cursed. But right now, I believe that I'm a product of circumstance beyond my own control.
Wow, that's a powerful one. You are
a product of circumstance beyond my own control.
Yeah. So now, which level are you going to be going after? You're in which class now?
No, I'm hoping to join university.
What courses were you doing in senior 6? The
combination, I was doing Hague.
So we expect you to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
An advocate.
I want to be a hair hostess, Madam.
A hair hostess. You want to fly?
Yes, I want to fly to every country.
That dream will come, because now we have given you a platform, and I hope that people who are out there who are watching, this is the upcoming hair hostess who is going to be moving all over the country.
All over the country. I can't even...
you cannot even wait to live that life. Oh my God, that's interesting. I'm so glad that you have this vision. You visualized your trajectory. You visualized where you want to be in life, because if you live towards that, then you will not have hiccups. Of course, you know, life has a bit of challenges, but with the way you have come, I don't think there's anything more challenging than living in a community where people are drinking alcohol and you're brewing it yourself as a girl child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Akelo, what message do you have to tell us, all the people out there, about this whole experience that you've had?
To the general public out there, one should learn how to believe in him or herself. 2, try to set goals that are realistic. Do not set goals that will not be reached upon. Wow.
Thank you. I love the fact that Akelo is precise to the point. I trust you when you say that you want to be a hair
hostess.
Hair hostess. So, but you know, being a hair hostess, you have to speak a lot, because you have to have so many customers,
languages.
certain work and what. And I love the fact that you are very smart and you like smartness. So you are in a right track. But you have told people your last message. Anything else that you want to communicate to the young girls of your age?
To the girls out there, you should believe in yourself. You should have the confidence to fight for yourself. You should work hard towards reaching your goals and even meeting your dreams. Do not give up, no matter the situation. All of us pass through situations that hit us, but situations that hit us normally tend to become blessings in disguise.
Wow, interesting. Thank you so much, Akelo. I'm so glad you came back to tell us your experience. And please wear that crown with elegance, with pride, because you're a Super Soul Sister for life.
Yeah,
a first edition, a queen, a Super Soul Queen Sister for the rest of your life, because you guys have really boosted Super Soul.
We are the pioneers.
You are the pioneers. You are the top super. But you know, after 10 years, you'll be now. You'll now be in the other level of Super Soul Sisters.
Super.
Now, in your community, as we wind up, what plans do you have for fellow girls in your community? Because I believe where you live, there are also other girls who are young and who are exposed into this kind of disadvantaged life.
It's all about trying to fight for their rights. The girls there that might be facing challenges, it's all about fighting for your rights. Be resilient and never give up.
And never give up. So what is that you've planned, like in January? Because you know your work starts in January.
Wow.
Your work starts in January. As the second run-up Super Soul Sisters, your work starts in January.
To my society out there, what I'm planning to do for you is I want to come there. I want to reach out to so many girls there, trying to advocate for their rights, making their status to rise. Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
It's all about putting in much efforts and empowering the girls out there, that they can also stand out amidst the challenges they might be going through.
Wow, interesting. So I want to get a little bit deep in that.
Yes.
What channels are you going to use to spread out this message?
Oh, it's all about planning for workshops. Like we can come up with workshops, to organize workshops so that we teach our girls and let them embrace the opportunities that might come throughout their way.
Wow. Interesting workshop. Any other?
No, as for now, it's only workshops.
It's only workshops that you want to use.
More
wow,
talks.
Interesting. And you know, you still have a lot of time. You have a lot of time from now until about September,
yes,
when you're joining university. So which university are you looking out for?
Definitely. Who doesn't want Makerere?
So I am so happy that you want to go to Makerere. But all universities actually are good.
Yeah.
I am a product of Makerere. All my universities have been at Makerere. I know the pride that
they can praise Makerere.
and you want to go there. Yeah, you want to go to the
like
hill.
You want to
just go there.
Jump in the skies and reach there.
Don't worry, you will go there. Now that you have the platform and you have worked hard towards it, you will go there. So it is okay. I'm so happy that you have that vision, and it is good for us who have children. Let us keep focusing on training them to achieve their goals and laying a plan and a trajectory. Thank you very much, Akelo.
Thank you so much.
I am so happy you managed to come and you have finished the party. Now we are moving forward to work. Yeah. Yes. So for you who is watching, we really appreciate your support and thank you for voting Akelo. Akelo's life is not going to remain the same. She's going to be a much better person moving forward. So we really give gratitude to you, and also we thank UBC. I always tell you that we thank UBC so much for giving women such a platform to tell out their stories, and not just telling stories, to create empathy and to evoke people to come and support these girls. Thank you, Faweu, Uganda, for your support. Thank you, Plan International, for the support that you render to us. Raising Voices, Sidovid, and even the entire team that worked so hard to make sure that these girls, the event happened and Akelo got the crown. So thank you very much. We shall be going for a break and we shall be right back. Welcome back to Super Soul Sisters. Thank you again for watching Super Soul Sisters. As I told you earlier, today we are having all the girls who won, the top three. That is the second round-up, who is Akelo Lillian. Now we have Shadia Namatovu, who is our first run-up, and then we will have Mbabazi later, who is the crown queen of Super Soul Sisters. Super Soul Sisters airs every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on UBC TV and a repeat on Friday 11 a.m. and also you can get us on YouTube. So today we are going to be unveiling the queens. We already unveiled the first one, who is the second run-up, and that's Akelo. And now we have Shadia Namatovu, and Shadia has hearing impairment. So we've decided we are going to ask her questions. She has her questions already that we've given her, and then we'll explain what she's saying. She'll do the sinology for those who for her friends, so that they can understand, and also other people there so that they can understand, and then we'll be reading what she has written here as her answers from what she has experienced throughout the Super Soul Sisters experience. Now we are going to be inviting Shadia to say something. So I'm going to be asking Shadia, how do you feel after becoming a queen in Super Soul Sisters' most inspiring story? How do you feel?
A resilient girl child. She's a doer but neglected.
She's saying that her name is Shadia Namatovu and she won the first roundup of Super Soul Sisters.
Wonderfully made. She's an icon. She's a star. She's a woman. Oh, she's the girl we all want to see. She's an icon. She's a star. She's a woman.
So Shadia is saying that for her, as Shadia, she's very happy for becoming one of the Super Soul Sisters winners in the top 3, and her story coming up, and she plans to she believes in herself and also believes in other people, and especially the girls who came for the Super Soul Sisters. She says that for you to become a queen, you need to be hardworking, and that is one of the things that she picked out from the training. So thank you very much, Shadia, for that answer. We are going to ask you to, and she also said that it is her pride to be one of the Super Soul Sisters. She's happy that she accomplished the whole training, and also she feels relieved and happy, and she's so excited and happy because of the crown that she has. So Shadia, what did you learn from the training or boot camp? What did you learn?
She's an icon. She's a star. She's a woman. Oh, she's the girl we all want to see. She's an icon. She's a star. She's a woman. Oh, she's the girl we.
Shadia has said that she learned quite a lot during the boot camp. She was very happy to meet the team. Thank you very much, Shadia. And then also she was very happy to be part of the Super Soul Sisters. One of the things that she enjoyed most was the learning how to dress very well. She also learned critical thinking, learning how to make decisions as a girl child, and of course she made friends. So, and also she loved dancing and modeling. Also, she actually says the food was nice also. So thank you very much, Shadia. And you ask Shadia, how do you, this is not in the question, how does she feel about the crown?
A strong mother and role model, beautifully, wonderfully made. She's an icon. She's a star. She's a
So Shadia has just said that she's so excited about the crown. She's so happy. She didn't know that she could actually win the crown, but she's so happy that she got the crown, and she's going to show everyone, especially at her school, so that the kids at school can be proud of her. And she's really so grateful that Super Soul Sisters made her achieve this. So Shadia, I'm going to ask you another question. What are you going to do after winning Super Soul Sisters?
She's a woman. She's the girl we all want to see. 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 She's the girl we all want to see.
Shadia has explained to us, because we asked her what is she going to do after she has won the crown, because now she has the crown and she's happy. So Shadia has said that she's going to learn tailoring, because she loves doing she loves the fashion. So she, as you can see, she looks lovely. You can see how she looks lovely. You can clearly see that she's the lady of fashion. I love the green. I love the sash. I love the shash and the what, you look nice. So she wants to be a tailor, and then also she wants to celebrate her achievement as a girl, and she's also saying that she wants to express her gratitude to all those that have supported her, especially to other young girls. And also she says that she's going to utilize her position as the first round-up to achieve her goals, which she has already planned. She's also going to continue training and also inspiring other girls who are like her to take up the next Super Soul Sisters. Wow, thank you so much for planning that. And she's one of the girls who really, if you during the training, Shadia was one of the people that was really very good in dancing. She's a very good model and she's a very good dancer. Much as you see her like this, when she gets on the floor, oh my God, she's just something else. So I also want to ask you, Shadia, what does this crown mean to you?
She's the girl we all want to see. The resilient girl child. She's adored but neglected. A strong woman, mother, and role model. Beautifully, wonderfully.
So Shadia says that she feels so good about the crown. She also feels important, and she feels unique and special to have this crown. But also she has said that she's actually looking out because of this crown. She's hoping that she'll get full scholarship. She's going to have at least enough pads, books, pens, and dress, and that will help her a lot to achieve her dreams at school. So she feels like a queen. But what I want to tell Shadia is Faweu Uganda is going to be supporting the first 3 girls. So she is going to be among those girls that are going to be supported by Faweu throughout their education.
She's the girl we all want to see. 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 She's the girl.
So Shadia, to you, Faweu Uganda Plan International, Shadia is one of the people who has really thanked you so much. She says that she's very happy. She thanks you for taking lead in supporting Super Soul Sisters, and also she's hoping that she gets really this help, the bursary, so that her scholastic materials are taken care of, and also she gets school fees so that she studies, because she's planning to become a designer. So that is what she has said. I'm going to be asking Shadia the last question. What message do you have for the girls out there?
She's a star. She's a woman. Oh. She's the girl we all want to see. She's an icon.
Shadia says that her message is she hopes that other girls also learn from her experience so that they come and also contest for Super Soul Sisters. But also she had said something here that you have to have passion as a child, as a girl child, to make sure to think about changing your life. So that is her message to other girls. And she also says that life is not just about living, is what you make out of it. So regardless of whatever you've gone through in life, you should be able to make life a living, not just there. So thank you very much, Shadia. I want to thank you again for coming to Super Soul Sisters and for having a crown. You look so lovely. Thank you. Yeah, she said thank you. So this is our first run-up. We are going for another short break, and then we come back and we bring the queen, the general queen of Super Soul Sisters, most inspiring story, first edition 2024. So remember that Super Soul Sisters airs every Wednesday 9 p.m. I repeat, on Friday 11 a.m. and you can also get us on YouTube. For now, let us go for a break. We shall be right back with the winner of Super Soul Sisters, most inspiring story, first edition 2024. My name is Jamila Luka. Welcome back to Super Soul Sisters. You're still watching us here on UBC TV Inspiring Uganda. And today we are giving you, unveiling the queens that won the Super Soul Sisters Most Inspiring Story. Now we have come to the queen, the one who took the crown, the Miss Super Soul Sisters 2024, the first edition of the Most Inspiring Story. And she's called Mbabazi. So Mbabazi, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm very fine.
You are called Mbabazi who?
Mbabazi Helen.
Mbabazi Helen. So Mbabazi Helen is the Miss Super Soul Sister, the queen of Super Soul Sisters. How does it feel to have the crown?
I really feel blessed and elegant and very, 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 very fine.
Very fine.
Yes.
It looks lovely. It does really look
it's
lovely.
by the grace of God.
So first take me through when you went back home, because that day I saw you crying. I saw you kneeling down. Did you expect to win?
I truly, deep down into me, I truly believe that I can win this crown. But then when they started announcing, I lost the hope that I was not going to win, because many people are getting the purple sashes, Miss Talented, Miss Elegant, Miss who, and I was like, I'm not getting any. So if at all I didn't get the purple sash, how could I get the the queen sash?
But you know, they said there's that saying in my culture,
yes,
that good things come to those who are patient,
yes,
and those who wait.
Yes.
So maybe we're just trying to fast go yeah?
No, I had lost the hope surely, because they told people to choose their godchildren, and no one chose me. So I stood until a lady came up and she was like, I'm taking 2. I'm taking contestant number 3. So that's when my heart came back, but I was like, I didn't even get the flower.
Not even the godmother.
Not even a godmother. So I lost everything. I was like, surely this crown is not mine. Maybe I'll come
Whom
for
did you think would
2025.
take the crown? Did you have anyone in mind?
No, I didn't have anyone in mind, because I believed I was better than them. But I don't know why things were twisting. I don't know why I was not getting anything. But I knew deep down into me I was better. And I was fit for the crown.
So what is that you think you felt so entitled, like you were better? Why do you think that you were better for the crown?
Because I know I can motivate many girls there using my leadership skills and using the experience. It's not easy for girls to pass through the experience I passed through, and many girls who pass through the things I passed through are taken up. I'll taken up by other things, are taken up by men, are taken up by money. But I believe using my experience, I can motivate a girl there and tell you, you know what, you may be passing through that, but still you can persevere and stand to your dreams, as I'm chasing mine right now.
Wow. Okay, taking you back to the time of the crown.
Yes.
So during that time, when they said the second runner-up was Akelo Lillian,
Yes.
then they said Shadia.
Okay.
And then most of you were still there waiting.
Yes.
So how are you feeling?
Oh, okay, I was on pressure. You scared us. By the way, you were the one who announced them. So you scared us by saying, now other competitors, you mentioned our names. And I was like, how can Helen show up in all those names? Can I even be announced? Because we were many. So I started, the first person you announced, maybe she's the winner, maybe. And I put my name outside. But then still I stood. I said, I'm into these competitions. And maybe she may announce me. Then that's when you announced my name. I couldn't hold to my heels. That's why I had to fall down. I couldn't, take it that it's my name that had been mentioned out of those names.
You couldn't believe it.
Yes.
That's why, because I saw you crying. I saw you, they had to hold you. So who was there? Because, because for me, I was busy mastering the ceremony. So I saw people coming to you. Who were those people who came to hold you?
That's my mama. My mom had been there by the way, she came in the morning. She came at 7. She told me, Helen, I have to be there for you. And she woke me up at 6, yet I had slept at 2:50 working on the creative wear. So she woke me up at 6 and she told me, Helen, go and win that crown. So when remember she has pressure. So at first she thought Mita was not winning. So the pressure was high. Then after they announced the daughter had won, still the pressure went so high. So she had to come run to me, even our family friends. Our family friends had brought her in the car, still they came at 7. So they came to really congratulate her and to also be there.
And you were happy?
Yes.
Now, going back, the crown is done. Take us through your experience of the boot camp.
The boot camp was very exciting. I was in my vacation and I was very excited to go to the boot camp because I had nothing to do. After my exams, I was ready to enjoy that week. So everything that came was very interesting. And what was very interesting to me, I was still there, a celebrity came as our trainer. That's Madame Kahonde. I was like, oh, now I'm going to play films. Then after Madame Sarah came, I saw people from TV coming. They dancing, I love dancing, and every time they not church, things concerning dancing, Helen at the front. Things concerning singing. The most interesting part was talking to people because I like talking. If at all you give me a whole day to talk, I will talk and talk.
Wow, interesting.
And they
no
wanted
wonder you
us
want
to
to join
socialize.
politics.
Yes, they wanted us to socialize. So when I saw new girls coming in, I had to talk to everyone. Yes.
Okay, so that was your experience. So what was the most highlighting thing that you picked from the boot camp?
The most highlighting thing was in the storytelling. I listened to my fellow girls' stories and I compared it with my story. Then that's when I learned that all of us pass through challenges, but how do you go through the challenge? All of us were competing against each other, had different stories. But the way our trainers brought us together to know that there is a next feature we are running to.
So who was your best friend during the boot camp?
Oh my God, I can't mention. Everyone was my best friend.
No, you.
But the closest one, I can't say best friend. The closest one, this was Angelica. Angelica, the model.
Yes.
We used to go together to the park. We used to walk from Nakasero to the park to get a taxi. So I was not very familiar with town. So she grabbed my hand. She walks, she tells you, Helena, that's a car, they're going to knock you. So she was so close.
Angelica is the one who is in senior one and
yes,
senior
by the way, plus the sister, remember she used to come with the youngest
yes.
sister. So they used to hold my hand, they told me, Helen, I don't want the car to knock you before the finals. So Angelica was very close by the way. Yes.
Wow, interesting. So what was the most challenging thing that you experienced?
Storytelling.
But we saw that, and if you're telling your story very well, so what was most challenging?
Okay, as a politician, I've always told you that I don't show other people out there that something is hard. The girls around me, they faced the same challenge. Storytelling was hard. And me, Helen, I believe that if at all they see me, Helen, doing it better, they will also fight to beat me. So I had to show them that I'm fine. Though it was also challenging to me. I used to go in the taxi practicing. Every mistake.
Talking to yourself.
Yes, every mistake they told me. I remember that in the finals on Friday, the last trainings, Madame Kahonde had to rectify all the mistakes we had done. So I went with my paper and the coaster practicing with it. I think even my neighbor was scared. She thought I was mad because I went practicing. Then after I talked to myself, no, that's not it. I look again to the paper, I repeat again. So it was challenging that I didn't have to show the people out there that it was really hard for me, but it was also hard for me.
So I'm so happy that we get to know this feedback after the whole thing is done. Looking at what you got from Super Soul Sisters and what you're expecting, is there any difference with what your expectations were, or you got whatever you expected and it all worked very well?
I didn't expect to get okay, to get this exposure, I thought it's going to just be there behind the scenes. Remember, we've been training behind the scenes, working out behind there. So I expected it's going to just remain there. But just by this exposure, you know, you can't be exposed like this and don't get what you want. And
do you know that during the, you missed out? I remember when we were doing the interviews and you missed out. And I was like, where is this girl? I remember even asking, because the first time when you came for auditions, you touched most of us with your story, you know, coming up using pads, not having pads and using sponge to go through periods. It was such a devastating thing and also very unique. And most of us were like, how did this girl even go through this process? Because nobody would want to go through that.
Yes.
And you missed the interviews that we had. What happened during that time?
By that time, I was at school, since I was a candidate, and I had not yet been joined in the group, so I didn't get the information that we were coming here. And I had to still study, you know, balancing the things coming.
But when that happened, how did it make you feel? Did you feel like you were left out? What was the feeling?
And no, I did not feel that I was left out, because okay, I thought they had divided us. I didn't know. I did not even know that people were here. So, so I thought we had been divided into groups. There are those who are coming. I had already been told that I had won, and I didn't know, by the way, we are going to do the online voting. So there is no, I felt I was left out because I knew they had told me I had won, and I thought I was already a winner.
You didn't know now there was a crown coming.
Yes.
Now I want to take you back that day after the crowning. Walk me through that time, from that time, because I remember you left. I left you there at the venue. Walk me through the time you left until you reached home.
After declaring me as a winner, I went. Everyone was requesting for snaps, so we took the snaps. I went into our family friend's car. Since they were so excited, he told me, you know what, Helen, since you've won, we are not going to pass in the route we know. Let us drive and we get lost until we go home. So that was our excitement. He drove, even though we got lost. He went out, he asked people, how do you reach home? He asked them, we went back. He told me,
and where did you stay? Bulange?
Bulenga. So from Nakasero, we were just getting lost. He didn't pass in the route he knew. He told me, since I'm so happy, let me even learn a new route. He drove us until we reached to Bulenga, but they were all excited. I called my pastor. Since he's so busy, he's the CEO of Sesako. He's so busy, but he dropped by. When I called him, he wanted me to narrate him the story. I called him in the car. Everyone was ululating. My mom was so excited. She held my bag and everything. She was now
like your assistant.
Yes. Then when we reached, they couldn't take us straight home. So they reached somewhere. They went home. We went. My mom was so happy. She bought me yogurt for 1K. Then still she bought me a mnanas. Have you ever taken mnanas?
I know mnanas.
For 500. When we reached home, remember our room is so small, so we couldn't sit inside for the excitement. We sat on the veranda. My sister went out. We sat on the veranda with our mnanas and yogurt.
And what? And anything to eat?
No, we didn't have that money. We just drank our mnanas and the yogurt. So she was like, should we even enter in the house? With my crown on, my sash on, we sat, as we were taking our mnanas. That's how I do it. Then in the morning, I woke up, I went to church to testify to God.
And how was the feeling of the church people?
After me because I went to church, I sang praises and worship, since I'm part of the worship team. Then after, I put on my crown and the sash for the testimony time. I saw everyone's head was up, looking at the new Helen they've never seen. For the first time in church, I was putting on heels.
Wow. And I remember that during the boot camp, you used to wear more of flats.
Yes, that's why they were amazed. I've never put on heels because I can't dance very well and I want to dance for my God. So when they saw me in heels, they were wondering what's happening today. They looked at the crown, they looked at the sash, they were just waiting for what, because I have usually testified that I've been struggling in my education, and every time, most times immediately I finished 1 year, I testified to the Lord. So this time round, I went to the pulpit with a board, win a full bursary. You don't know what happened. Everyone was so excited. People were clapping and they were like, have through their hearts that I'm now getting a full bursary to university.
And what did your pastor say in all this?
My pastor was so proud of me.
Wow, interesting. It's good. So afterwards, did they do for you a small party? Did anything happen?
I think they are planning to do it.
So now you are a celeb in the hood, in the neighborhood.
In the village.
In the village, they know. I like it that. But you know, now you have a full bursary.
Yes.
And now, since you have a full bursary, how does it feel to know that you're not going to be struggling to get school fees?
I really feel calmed. You know, going back to school without any pressure, that where will my mom get from money? Where will my dad get from the money? And I'm just going to school, just studying. My head, it's just me to make my head think to pass, and no worries about money.
Okay, now again, I want to ask you something. Now, since you're not going to worry, I know the feeling, like, you know, now, I think even when you're sleeping, if you used to sleep, nowadays you sleep like this, because you're like,
in that room you can't sleep like this. Everyone has to fit.
Yes, but I think when you're sleeping, you get a good sleep,
relaxed.
knowing that you're going to enjoy your vacation and then go to school and everything is catered for. And the good thing about this bursary, in fact, we want to thank Faweu again. You're going to be getting everything. From the requirements to your tuition, and they will be following up to see that you perform very well. Yes. They will nurture you, and also they will guide you which course they would want you to do that can benefit you as a girl child. What is your plan?
I remember when we were contesting, they asked me a question, what do you want to do? I told them I want to help an urban girl child. You know, most people think that it's rural girls who suffer, but also urban girls suffer. Because I was suffering and I was in the urban areas. So my plan
And you are still suffering.
Yes. Imagine still sleeping in a single room with 6 people.
Yeah.
So my plan is, I had that Plan Uganda helps teach people how to do baking and hand stuff. So I was planning to at least contact them, because me too, I need to learn.
Yes.
Starting with my village, I can bring together all girls. We get a place, because our church is very free. At least they train some girls to, you can make those cakes and sell them. You walk, you sell 500, you get some money. Because I'm a vacist and still I need to learn that. So if at all, I bring my fellow girls together, starting from the village I live, and we learn those small things, baking, crafting. At least we can make something in life, not to be lied by boys that they're going to buy a pad, yet they want their sexual pleasures. So I think starting next year, I'm going to come together with my fellow girls. We learn things that will take us forward. That's my plan.
Very interesting. So I interviewed Akelo. You remember, if you've been watching, I interviewed Akelo before I interviewed you, and Akelo said she wanted to be a hair hostess.
Yes.
So what do you want to be?
I, for one, I've always wanted to be a journalist, and also a journalist that goes within the political era. I really admire people who sit and talk about political issues that are going within the country.
So that in future, you first be a journalist, then you become a politician.
Yes.
You told us when we're doing the first contest that you want to become the first female
president in
of Uganda.
Yes.
We are waiting. And you
Amen.
know, they say what you confess with your mouth, God gives
Yes.
a blessing to
Amen.
it. So we pray for that. How does it feel to wear that shash and the whole attire of a queen? How does it feel when you're moving?
Whenever I'm moving and I'm putting on this sash and crown, I really feel like a queen. And I really feel that there are people who have to look unto me. And whenever I put on this crown, putting aside feeling good, I believe that I have to make my crown and sash be useful to my fellow girls, because putting on this sash and crown, it didn't just happen. It happened for a reason.
Yes.
And Miss Super Soul Sisters. So I bring sisters together.
Wow, interesting. So within just a few seconds, what is your last message to the viewers and also the young people out there, using your experience that you've gone through?
Never give up. You know, there are sometimes you reach to a cliff and you're like, let me throw myself. This is the end of the journey. This is my end. But it's never the end. They always say in the Bible that a righteous person falls down 7 times and rises up again. You may fall down, but at times you're falling down for the 2nd time. So you rise up again for the 3rd time. You rise up again for the 4th time. Every girl out there, even though I know there are young and teenage mothers out there, this is not the end of you. You're a mother, and stand up so that your child can be proud of you. You dropped out of school, please stand up, because everyone is looking at you, as a loser. But prove them wrong. You are never a loser unless you admit you're a loser. No one else can tell you that you're a loser unless you yourself, you define it yourself. But tell yourself you are always a winner.
Very interesting. Thank you so much, Mbabazi. I can't wait for you to become a politician. That is, and then a political reporter, so that I think by then would have retired. You need to come for some lessons, so that we nurture you. You become this tough political reporter, and you know where the country is going. Politics is becoming one of those things that is very interesting to engage in. Thank you very much, and to you, our viewers. Thank you very much for supporting these girls. Thank you, Plan International, for supporting these girls to the core. Faweu, Uganda, thank you for the bursaries. We really give you flowers. I am so happy personally, because Mbabazi is one of those girls that her story touched me. And also our viewers, the voters, the people who voted for the girls. Thank you very much. The camera crew, the production team, UBC TV, Sidovit for coming to support the girls that day, Mental Health Uganda, Raising Voices, we are really looking forward, and all the judges who were around, the parents for entrusting us with your children. And also next year we shall be having another pageant, and that will be, we shall be carrying out auditions at about March. We'll inform you, and then the grand finale will happen in October. So for those of you who is watching, if you did not apply this year, next year there is an opportunity.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to be part of this occasion, an incredible gathering as we celebrate the theme of empowering girls through inspiration and creativity. Today we come together to amplify the voices, stories, and achievements of our young girls and young women. We recognize the immense potential, the talent, and resilience that lies within each and every one of them. Through this program, we create a safe and supportive environment where our girls and young women can express themselves. So let's us all come as a collective to raise these young girls so that they can amplify their voices.
I'm actually one of the girls Faweu picked while I was a child mother, and now I'm a very big woman, I'm happy to say. Faweu picked me when I had lost my father and my mother had become mentally ill. So I was a struggling child. I got married early because of that and had my child early. So right now I have a kid who is about 16 years and I've walked that journey. So Faweu picked me from the time when I was very vulnerable and worked with me just like the Super Soul Sisters are doing. So at Faweu, we are very, very happy to associate with anybody who is struggling, and we would more than love to walk the journey with them until we see them succeed. Right now, I'm the chairperson of the Faweu Alumni Network, and I'm also a member of the board of directors at Faweu Uganda.
Plan International does advance the rights of girls and the children, but we are so focused on the girls that they need to have a life. We have gone through so much, you've heard their stories, but once we get to know them, the resource we have goes towards the child and the girl empowerment. So that's what we do best, besides other programming that we have as Plan International. So thank you.
From what the girls are saying and from their experiences and testimonies we have been reading, you realize that they have been through adversity. They have been through challenges. And the challenges, for some reason, have shaped them to be strong, to develop resilience, and to have that hope that they will manage it. Recently, I was reflecting on John chapter 1, verse 9. And I was reading about the real light that will light the world. And that real light is none other than Jesus Christ, our Savior. What is it that we can do together to make a difference in the life of somebody? Just ask yourself, what is it that you as an individual can do? Because personally, we've done mentorship, we've talked to girls, we've inspired them, we've shared our stories, but they are struggling. There are those who are struggling. I was particularly touched by someone who talked about the ghetto story. Friends, it is not easy to go through those challenges. But remember that challenges, when they come to strengthen us and make us resilient. They come to help us learn lessons. So I would like to today look at this as a celebration of strength, a celebration of resilience, and the boundless power that lies within us. Because through challenges, we're able to come out strong, we're able to be great people, we're able to make significant impact, even in the community or different spaces we find ourselves in.
With that said, I want to thank you again for supporting Super Soul Sisters. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Super Soul Sisters airs every Wednesday, 9 p.m. I repeat on Friday, 11 a.m. And also you can get us on YouTube still, Super Soul Sisters, so that you get to watch all what happened in the most inspiring story and also other guests that we've hosted here in Super Soul Sisters program. With that said, thank you so much and have a lovely time.